Previously on AFTN.
This is Andy Rose we're talking about.
Does Motherwell play on what's their surface?
Grass.
Oh, okay.
Or turf, as Barry Robson would know.
Yes. Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas one and all. Hope you can hear that. Steve's giving himself a bit of a brain hemorrhage.
Yeah, probably stroke or something.
Welcome, everyone, to our 5th annual AFTN Soccer Show Christmas Special. You are listening to the AFTN Soccer Show on CITR Radio 101.9 FM. Broadcasting from the unceded Musqueam Territory at the University of beautiful British Columbia. I am Michael McCall.
I'm Stephen Powder.
And I'm Zachary Adam Eisenhammer.
And we have a 2, maybe 3 fun-filled, festive, frolicky hours ahead.
Which translates, for any of those who don't speak Scottish, that means 4 hours.
I've done a rundown.
You do it every week.
And it's loose.
Yeah.
We'll just slot ads in whenever we want. We're going to be playing some Christmas music. We're going to be playing some Christmas games.
The shape of your rundown is going to leak goals.
We're going to find out what is inside Zachary Adam Eisenhammer.
Man.
That's going to be fun for everyone. We've also got a lot of festive cheer from the likes of John Herdman, who's going to talk about having a Geordie Christmas. That's an interesting chat. You want to hear that? Marc Dos Santos, who's going to be talking about Portuguese-Italian Christmases. Russell Tybert, who I didn't know was from an Italian family.
He's half Italian, half German.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So we find out about that as well. And a lot of former Whitecaps that we had some chats with when they went former Whitecaps. So we're going to hear from like the likes of Kai Kamara and Stefan Marinovic. And originally I had Aaron Mond, but I've cut him as well, so it's not just the Whitecaps.
Wait, what?
I know.
Why?
Well, he asked for... We did with Aaron Mond what his favourite Christmas song was, and he picked one by Chris Brown.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought that was maybe not very appropriate. So we've cut him. Didn't have time either to include Jordan much. He was dreaming of a white Christmas, but we've not had any chance to get that put in the show either.
Yeah.
But we do have some of the other players requesting some of their football songs. I'm going to play some of my Christmas favourites as well. I'm looking forward to Christmas. Folks say I'm an old Grinch, but I'm not. I love Christmas time. I know, Zach, it's a special time of year for you because you love chocolate.
No, because I love Jesus.
Chocolate Jesus.
No.
Oh. And
just
Steve,
Jesus.
You must hate this time of year because you hate Jesus and chocolate.
No, that's not true at all. Let's not spread those rumors.
That is not true. Steve and I have
In
had
fact,
many
I'm
good
the only one that brought presents.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. I, on purpose, didn't bring mine because Michael did. I was like, let's just...
My presents are still en route.
Yeah, mine are en route too.
I'm happy to make Michael look bad.
I checked, and they were ordered on November 16th. They're coming from Germany.
Is it because of the Canada problems, or
I don't know.
It's probably Canada
Post. It turns out they actually ship it from China, even though it's a German website.
I think it was actually this order. I once ordered from Bayern for Christmas, and it's DHL or whatever, and it like sat in a warehouse for like a month. I didn't get it till January 20th or 25th.
I had that issue for a couple things last year.
But it's okay. Yeah, you told it. I remember you telling me. But it's well worth the wait. It was well worth the wait.
Every year, I order from the UK the Christmas Radio Times, which is the TV guide for the 2 weeks over the Christmas period, because I watch lots of the UK TV shows still. And every year, it's like, is it going to arrive before Christmas or after? I've got one more day. I'm still waiting this year.
Steve, my money's on after.
Yeah, my money's on after as well, as every single year it arrives after.
I'm assuming they have a digital copy. You should maybe order.
They do,
in the
but
future.
I like to hold things in my hand.
Yeah.
Do you put it in your program? You know,
I have them all saved, and they're actually in special folders. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sad.
How big is your house? Where are you? Forgot the shoulders where you hide all this stuff.
It's a 3-bedroom.
Okay.
I'll show you my special memorabilia.
One is for special stuff. One is for programs. One is for you and
We've got a yoga
Caitlin.
room. We've got a memorabilia room. We've got a bedroom.
I had a football room until my second child came along. Now it's Kirk's room.
Just use him as a football. I am looking forward to Christmas, though. I mean, what's your plans for Christmas dinner?
We have we'll have 13 people in Christmas Eve, and they'll stay overnight. I have 4 nieces and nephews, my own kids. They're my brother, sister, the wives, husbands, and stuff like that. So it's an annual tradition that we have. Like, it's been going on for 12 years, 13 years, 14 maybe even.
Wow.
Ours is just a little bit different this year. My mom, my stepdad, my sister, they're all in town. And so we usually, Christmas Eve, after Christmas Eve service, we'll go to my in-laws, hang out, spend the night, and then Christmas Day is huge. All the fun in the morning, kind of a brunch, and then a big, big dinner. This year we're doing the Christmas Eve thing just at our house, just with my family. And then once that dies down, we're going to go and crash at my in-laws so we can wake up for all the morning stuff, and everything else will be kind of normal.
Michael, we were thinking about doing Festivus this year instead of Christmas, but essentially since September, we've been doing Festivus almost every week on the show, airing your grievances. Yeah.
Yes, I guess that is
and
true.
so there's no real point. Might as well celebrate Christmas this year.
We're just having a quiet Christmas small turkey. Zach, have you ever had a 3-bird roast?
I don't know what the
Steve,
punchline. I'm not sure what the answer is.
I don't know what that means, Michael.
Answer it truthfully.
Should I? Can I Google this?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a 3-bird roast?
I'm not sure what that is, Michael. So I don't know how to answer you.
I've always dreamed of having one for Christmas. I've just
Right.
never had one yet.
Right. Okay. Now I see where you're going with that.
Yes, but
So the answer would be no.
okay then. People say that Christmas was better in the old days, and they're very cynical about Christmas time. We're not here in the show, and to celebrate that, we're going to play lots of Christmas tunes. Some of our favourite bands, Half Man, Half Biscuit, for example. They are first up with a song, ironically enough, called "It's Cliched to Be Cynical at Christmas." friends of the show, half man, half biscuit there with It's Cliched to be cynical at Christmas. I said we're not cynical. We're going to be playing a lot of our favourite bands. Well, okay, we're going to be playing a lot of my favourite bands on the show tonight. We've got Goldie and Chain coming
there
up.
There are some songs that I enjoy too.
We've also got, folk, I'll be so glad to hear this, a Christmas song by Mad Hat McGore. I managed to find one.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not just songs that we're going to play. We're also going to be playing you some clips that we've recorded with Canadian national team and Whitecaps members past and present. If you've ever wondered what it's like to have Christmas with some of your favourite Whitecaps or some of your favourite coaches, John Herdman, for example, can you imagine what it would be like to have Christmas with John Herdman?
It'd be very joyous. A lot of smiling.
He's a happy, positive fellow.
Yes. But remember, he is a Newcastle fan. And they play in black and white.
Oh, yeah.
And they hate Sunderland.
Yeah,
and they play in red and white. Yeah. So just what would a Christmas be like in the Herdman household? Let's find out. What is Christmas like in the Herdman household?
Christmas like in the Herdman household, it's a Geordie Christmas. So we try and embrace some of our Newcastle traditions. So that'll be me in my Santa Claus outfit, which is usually a cheap one from the $2 store. So it's that's what I mean, a Geordie Christmas. I look more like Rab C. Nesbitt than I do Santa Claus.
It's going to be a black and white stripe.
Well, it tends to be a black and white one. So I can't wear a red and white one, you know that. Yeah. So with that, and I get as excited as the kids. So I've got a 8-year-old daughter who just believes Santa's still real. So I'll make sure it is.
And then we always play a Christmas song that folk have requested on our show. So if you had to pick your favourite Christmas song, not
Band-Aid.
a carol.
Band-Aid. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. That'll be blaring. And after a couple of glasses of wine on Christmas afternoon, usually me and my brother will be singing it. So we'll be good. We'll be good.
Cheers. So John Herdman there, talking about Christmas in the Herdman household and his love of belting out Band-Aid. Do you know it's Christmas?
Good song. That's a good song.
Yeah, my wife wasn't very familiar with that. That was a big hit over here, wasn't it? She is young though, so that might be why.
I think it was. It was definitely a big hit.
We used to sing it when we went to play Cowdenbeath for the New Year's derbies. It's like, feed the Cowden fans, do they know it's Christmas time?
See, when Much Music actually played music instead of the all those
Much Music was so great.
And then they used to play this all the time at Christmas, so I'm well aware of it when I was
It was
younger.
so interesting, Much Music.
Yes, back then. Electric Circus. Monica Dio.
When we've done all these chats, we've said we're going to play the songs that they've requested, but I thought, that Band-Aid one, Do They Know It's Christmas? It's a bit old now and everyone knows it. It's kind of been played to death. Why don't we get a more modern day version of it? So this is a song that's on a YouTube channel called Football Songs, and it's to the tune of Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas, but using 119 footballers' names, past and present.
Dick's Frimpong Klein, Lennon Reed, Rouli de Pay, Atsu De Vrij, Miedlin Knight, Agaban and Gray, Aguila Verna Hendry, feeling yet a wise to hold, Boy alarm for down and burn, Dagliska ride, but by la chair. Hey, Charlie Gandua, Asprey Stein, Lingard, Schlapp, Wendell, Gabby, Dawn, Tessa, what price I believe you, Akita Zerka, Fred Weir, Reddick, Tony Zuma, Boeing, Isadita, Stendhal, Weir, Miranda Mitchell, Bell, Rincon, Ada Angie, Vitamin Room, Daddy Knock, to Pastor Alibi, Burkamp, Belcast, and Eagle get to now. Moon, yeah, rolling, kiss the ham and ball. Freedom, Stevens,
So a version of Band-Aids there, Do They Know It's Christmas, for John Herdman and his family.
Obviously they're listening live because it's 9
Oh,
p.m.
obviously, yeah. And
Are they here or are they Geordie land?
I don't know. Actually, I never asked him if he was going home. But
They're probably here.
Obviously,
The kids would have got out of school.
now. Yeah.
The kids would have got out of school on Friday.
But Geordie Christmas, that would be a sight to behold. Obviously, you would want to try and get home to watch the festive games in Newcastle. Although if you're a Newcastle fan, maybe this year you don't want to go and watch them. But Boxing Day and New Year games are just fantastic.
I think someone sent me a picture of like a banner that the supporters have hung outside Ashley's house.
Oh.
I thought that's what it was. I'll show you later. You can.
Yeah, interesting. That was a big hit, obviously, for Band-Aid. And Christmas is very different in the UK to here. And we're going to kind of cover some of that in future parts. But something we're going to pose in part 2 was Christmas better years ago? Or is that just because we're older now that it doesn't feel the same? So we'll talk about that and a few other things after this.
Hi, I'm Marc Dos Santos, and you're listening to the AFTN Soccer Show.
Brush the snow up off your shoe. Inside we'll build a fire for two. Come on, everyone, it's Christmas Day. The stockings are all hung with care. The children sleeping unaware. Santa Claus will soon be on his way. And old Jack Frost is whistling out a warning. But the gang's all here to keep the cold away. Oh, how I wish for peace on earth this Christmas. Come on, come all, it's Christmas Day.
That was a lovely song. Can still just hear it in the background. Welcome back. You're listening to the AFTN Soccer Show on CITR Radio, broadcasting on 101.9 FM.
Steve, are you an elf reindeer?
I have no idea what I am. I just mixed in everything, whatever I could find at home. I wore this last year, the shirt. So
Yeah,
I wasn't here, so I didn't get
Two of us have made an effort.
Yeah.
this year.
Wait.
He wore a scarf.
I actually
Yeah.
have a Santa outfit in my trunk right now.
Oh, well, you're getting changed into that when
No.
we play our lengthy segment. I'm wearing an FC
Are you saying
Santa Claus shirt.
You want me to pull these pants off and change into...
Yeah?
Yeah, no,
I want you to do it in front of this glass.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Come on.
No.
Okay. Are your stockings up this year? Are you well hung?
Are they well hung? You're supposed to say. Yeah.
See, English isn't my first language. I get very confused. I thought if I keep up with this, he'll just leave and change into the Santa suit.
My wife came very close to buying me the bunny suit from the Christmas Story.
Bunny suit?
You know, the pink
Oh, yeah,
bunny
yeah.
suit, the pink
The little boy wears?
Yeah. He came very close to buying me.
To wear on the show.
Why didn't Sandeep get that for you?
She was thinking about getting for me to wear on the show.
She should have.
Luckily I stopped.
We're going to tweet these out. Steve's wearing a nice elf. He's Santa's little helper.
Yes.
I'm wearing FC Santa Claus shirt and a Santa hat. and special underwear, which will maybe get revealed later on as well.
Please no.
But let's get back to some proper Christmas chat then. There's always a lot of discussion. Was Christmas better in the old days? And I don't know how you guys feel now. I mean, do you feel, now that you've got kids, do you enjoy Christmas more now as an adult because you've got kids, or did you enjoy it more as kids?
I think it's hard to say. I think I probably enjoy more the micro part of it. I enjoy more giving gifts to my kids. If you look into the whole, I think there was less commercialism back in the 80s, and people actually just enjoyed being with their families and stuff like that instead of worrying to buy gifts and stuff. Like, we would get one or two things. But now my
that's
kids,
what Caitlin said as well. I got loads.
My kids would
my parents loved me more.
I had immigrant parents, so they really were
poor?
They were just trying to get me into the Christmas spirit and everything like that, even though they didn't really need to, because there's a lot of parents that wouldn't even bother celebrating at all, but they kind of kept us into it to make us feel part of Canada and everything like that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
For me, there's a part of my younger life that ties into Christmas that we'll talk about another time. Maybe that's not for the show. But for me, I think, like, I love it as I love it as a parent. Like, because for me, I don't know if you've heard of the 5 love languages, Michael.
5 love languages.
You never heard of that?
No, tell me more.
I'm gonna
that
forget,
might be for the Valentine's show.
I'm gonna forget them now. But there's like quantity and quality time, physical touch, gifts. I forget, affirmation. I forget what the other one.
Talking.
Anyways, so for me, one of the ones that's really high for me is giving and receiving gifts. Like, I love to give gifts. Like,
do you prefer to give or receive?
When it comes to gifts, Michael, I enjoy both. But I'm the kind of person who, like, I also like to never buy things for full price. Which,
do you have some Scottish?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, but there's some things that, like, literally
satisfaction of getting a great deal.
Yeah, but there's some things that
that's
just
why I buy all my presents on Boxing Day for the next year.
Like Steve and I were just talking. There's some things that are not worth, like, paying full price. Like Lego. Like, Lego's amazing.
Oh, I would never pay full price.
But you never pay full price for Lego because it's so over expensive. Especially the cool stuff now that has all these licensing fees, right? Yeah, they have to pay whoever that is. Who owns that?
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, they have to pay like a licensing fee to whoever for that kind of stuff. Or Star Wars, they got to pay Disney a licensing fee. So that stuff always costs way more. But when you can get it on sale, or like
we saw 25% off the stuff we wanted to buy, right, for this Christmas, and we immediately jumped in the car and headed over to the store to grab it, because you can't get better than 25% normally.
Well, you can. Black Friday was
25% off usually.
I got more than 25.
Well,
but yeah,
I didn't look that hard, I guess.
But no, so I enjoy gifts. So I'm the kind of person, like, I'll find something, it doesn't matter when it is, and I'll, like, buy it and I'll put it away for either Christmas or a birthday or or a surprise.
Yeah, I've actually
whatever.
got Caitlin's Valentine's and birthday sorted out.
Oh, there you go.
She's really easy to buy for because she doesn't buy anything for herself really during the year. Apparently, I'm a nightmare to buy for because I buy so much for myself during the year. I just treated myself to a Roy of the Rovers vintage board game.
Oh.
You make it sound like you're selfish and your wife is very gracious and giving.
Possibly. We'll talk about that while we play the next
song.
It's
also easy for you to buy for Steve because you just get him chocolate.
Yeah, that's what I have got him. It's Man United chocolates. They melted halfway through the season, unfortunately. But, yeah, was Christmas better in the 80s? Well, John Herdman is from Newcastle land, as are the Future Heads, and they've got a song pondering that very thing.
On Christmas Eve in the 80s, my mother would say to me, upstairs and go to sleep, wake up in a dream. Christmas was better in the 80s, better in the 1980s. Christmas theme in the 80s.
The future heads there. Was Christmas better in the 1980s? They seem to think so.
Yeah.
Personally, I would argue that it was better in the 1880s because I love Victorian Christmases.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Except for all the diseases that you would.
Yeah, if you ignore the rickets and the poverty and all the...
I think the average age was 40.
Yeah, ignore that.
You could actually die from
the
lockjaw back then.
workhouses and the poor houses and... Take that aside.
The racism.
Yeah.
The racism. Take that aside.
Push that aside just for Christmas Day. And I think you'll find that the 1880s was a magical time. Charles Dickens...
Is that when the Christmas Carol was set in, right?
Well, he wrote that 1843.
Okay.
But a lot of the traditions that we celebrate now was through Victorian time. Yeah. So we've talked about this before in the show, that I go and see A Christmas Carol in some form every Christmas. Went last night to see a dramatic reading of it in New West. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I think Christmas time in the 1880s, if I could go back, that would be something I would love to go back in
maybe
the time
for a
machine
week
and experience. Maybe just a day.
Yeah, not too long.
I would probably get arrested.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably.
Maybe you should get all your shots up to date before you go there.
Yeah. But when I was a kid growing up in the 70s and 80s, I mean, you were talking about Christmas as kind of less commercialised now. All I remember was from about October onwards on the Saturday morning TV, it was just non-stop ads aimed at kids to pester their parents into buying toys and games and various things. So that's basically something that I remember. But who knows, was Christmas better? Oh, what do we have here?
Please don't do that, Michael. That's not the floss, Michael. That's
not
the floss. Please stop. Steve, avert your eyes.
I'm trying to. Okay, so what we do?
Steve was twerking.
You mentioning the 80s, and you just mentioning the shows that were on or the ads, but I had some shows that I really enjoyed back in the 80s, and that's obviously when I watched them. The morning shows and the cartoons and everything. If I could just find the page, I actually had everything written on. Oh, there it is. Okay, so top 5. Kids Christmas TV specials that I enjoyed mine. And obviously, you're probably not going to remember any of these because you were in Scotland. But hopefully Zach does. Number 5, Christmas Eve on Sesame Street.
Oh. Well, I used to watch Sesame Street.
Well, this is the one where Oscar the Grouch makes Big Bird think there's no such thing as Santa Claus. And so Big Bird's in a big huff. There's other stories too. There's the special story about Bert and Ernie having to trade in their special things in order to get gifts for the other ones. So that there was a couple good stories there.
Sounds nice.
Number 4, Charlie Brown Christmas, classic. You can't really go wrong with
We had that.
Yeah.
I never could get into Charlie Brown. I don't know what it was.
I think because you're kind of a bully, so you'd probably be happy to see him miserable or something.
I was a bully.
No, I'm just saying.
What? I was a fat kid. I was bullied.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah.
Then you should have had more in common with Charlie Brown. Number 3, Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Oh,
really enjoyable. Tiny Tim was good. Number 2, you probably don't remember this either. The Raccoons on Ice. Do you remember the Raccoons CBC cartoon?
Yeah.
It was the one where they tried to save the lake due to like a big corporate guy trying to put a dome over the lake in order to make money off it, and they wanted to keep the lake for everybody. So they had to have a hockey game to play.
Oh, I've never heard of the Raccoons.
Oh, it's really good. Check it out. And number 1, you watched the movie recently, but this the original is the best for me. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Boris Karloff, I think it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh. Was the voice of it, narrator. Have you ever seen that one, the original?
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of Boris Karloff stuff because I love the old Universal 1930s films and stuff.
Yeah, he was the narrator basically of the show.
Interesting.
Yeah, check it out.
I think Christmas TV was certainly better years ago than it is now because we'll come to that in a little bit later. Was football better in the 1980s? That was a question I posed on Twitter. Now, a good reply, we had one from Jonathan Tannenwald, the goalkeeper on Twitter tonight, who said, it's hard to say because he never really got to watch much football in the 1980s because it wasn't shown on TV.
Yeah, same thing here. You get that odd game of the week or highlights even.
Was Soccer Saturday on in the 80s?
Yeah,
or
I
90s?
think so.
I didn't start watching until
it
the
was
90s.
really after 86 they started showing more and more soccer because obviously 86 is when the Canada went to the World Cup. Before that, you couldn't even get the qualification games on I don't think you get highlights of the qualification games. Like right now, I don't remember seeing a video. Still to this day, it's usually pictures that you see of them winning. I think they beat El Salvador or in the final game, or Honduras, one of the two.
Honduras, they go to 80
in Newfoundland. Yeah.
Chris Corrigan said, football wasn't better or worse, it was just different. And I think it's how you bring yourself to what's happening on the pitch makes all the difference.
That's not true.
No.
I'm sorry, the pass-back rule was terrible.
Yeah, because of course you had lots of weird rules and stuff here as well, not just general worldwide things. Yeah. James Campbell at 1995 Ajax said for him the 90s was when football was better, because that's when Ajax had some of their greatest teams.
Is he forgetting 20s, the 70s?
Well, when he was in his 20s, he was just getting into football then. Gareth Wolf said, I would say football constantly changes and evolves. That doesn't mean it's better or worse. I do think the quality of coaching is higher now than it's ever been, but that's come at a cost of making football less fun to watch. And Van Isle Bobble, our good friend Ben Massey, said, soccer peaked in 2008 and every year since has been worse. And I kind of agree with that.
Why did he say that?
Whitecaps won the championship in 2008. East Fife won the championship in 2008. Yeah. To me, that was peak football year.
And the Whitecaps have been nowhere near as good as that.
Well, the 86ers, they were dominant during that time.
No, but since 2008, the Whitecaps have...
Yeah, even
2006.
Even East Fife won another championship since then.
You got here for 2006, right? Or you were 2007?
2007.
Right,
so
2006 was the double.
My first year of watching the Whitecaps. So I was spoiled. We won the championship in my first year here.
Yeah, 2006 was a special double.
Yeah. For me, I loved... See, when you're a kid, you experience football differently. So we're going to talk about some things about football past, present and future. So tying it in with A Christmas Carol, and we're going to be visited by the ghosts of Christmas past, Christmas present and Christmas future. So if we're looking at the ghost of Christmas past, is there anything that you guys in particular miss about football back in the day?
Miss the physicality a little bit. The chintzy fouls now that get called. I know you're trying to, and it's a commonplace in almost every sport. You're trying to protect the player, but I guess it's just the entertainment factor has gone away from that part of it. But obviously there's trade-offs because you get more beautiful goals now too. They've got more open pitch.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like the things like the pass-back rule back in the 80s. It was awful. Like so. You're saying that things better now, or what do I long for?
No, what do you miss?
What do I miss? Oh, okay.
Let's do what you miss and what you don't miss about football in the past.
I mean, every era has its classic games. So the 80s had some great games. I think I have one game from the 80s, and it's that World Cup semifinal between Germany and France, which actually I don't think I've watched the whole thing of yet on the DVD I have. But so there were some classic games, some classic players and stuff, but the uniforms I think are better. are better.
I don't miss the uniforms. They're the frumpiness and all that.
Well, just and for the players, just the quality of what they're wearing.
The short shorts. Which could they make a comeback for the Whitecaps special 1979 40th anniversary season?
Didn't Sepp Blatter want like the women to play in short shorts or something ridiculous?
Oh, she was saying that they need to like pretty themselves up in order to sell.
That was horrible.
More,
That was horrible.
Well, what do you expect from them?
That was horrible.
I can see both.
So I as much Steve, you said something about like the physicality. I think there is a little bit of that gone. However, there are no longer like out and out butchers in the game that there were kind of in the 80s and 90s and 70s, kind of like like most.
If you watch some of the English match of the day things, I've talked about this game before. The 1974 Charity Shield between Liverpool and Leeds. That's a bloodbath of a match.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Well, you see, what was that movie called? Was it Damn United?
Oh, yeah.
From the 70s,
And you saw just the...
Yes, because it's in that.
Yeah, you just watch the actual, like, cinematic part of it, and you realize how horrible it was, because I don't think they probably tried to tone it down a little bit for the movie.
Yeah.
So some of that I don't miss.
I ran a feature on AFTN in the UK, which I've actually taken our UK site down at the moment because we're revamping it, because it was original coding back in 2001, so it looks a little bit dated now, so that's getting a revamp. So this isn't up online anymore, but we had a whole thing of things that I really missed about football and I wish that would come back. Things like the tranny man, who I don't know if you know what a tranny man is.
No, I have no idea.
A tranny is like a transistor radio. Mm-hmm. So now, obviously, you get all your results and you can check all the scores.
Right. Oh, so somebody's listening to it.
Someone was always listening or had a radio to his ear going, oh, someone scored. inflatables as well.
Okay.
Like that was a big thing.
Like tossing stuff around, but
Yeah.
beach balls.
Well, we had like big inflatable bananas and
Gotcha.
like teams like Grimsby, like Chris Corrigan's English team Grimsby Town. They used to bring inflatable fish with them.
Okay.
The Cod Army.
Well, they
So used to have all
would
those
not
kind
have
of
been
things.
Chris's favorite team in the 80s because hashtags did not exist.
True.
So,
Oh, that's very true as well.
Yeah.
If we were to have an inflatable for the Whitecaps,
oh man.
what could we have?
Egos.
Oh, Steve, please don't talk about the FO. Don't bring it up. Come on, man. That was cruel.
I was more thinking like some water-related thing.
You could do like
Whales, dolphins.
Yeah, whales.
That's the ice hockey team, isn't it?
You can put waves into inflatables.
Send us your suggestions. If we want to bring back the inflatable craze to BC Place, well, you're not probably going to get them allowed in. But if we were allowed them into BC Place, what would the
you could
Whitecaps
get them in,
inflatable
but
of
once you
choice could
inflated
be?
them, they'd be taken away.
We did bring some inflatable dolls in a couple of times, I remember, for Toronto.
You're
for
saying
the
we?
plastic
That was
fans.
not we.
With the Southsiders.
That was Craig. Oh no, first was Brett.
Yeah.
Brett did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was Craig.
Can you bring inflatable flags? No.
You probably could.
They'd be easy to pop and put down. I'd be all in favour of that. Yeah. Anyway, last part of this section, we're going to speak to another former Whitecaps player, but a current Canadian international, David Edgar, to find out what his favourite song at Christmas would be and play it for you. Do you have like a favourite Christmas song? Like, if what means Christmas to you? What would you want us to play on our radio show?
Simple. Fairy Tale in New York by the Pogues.
That was Robbo's as well.
Yeah, it's the best Christmas song of all time.
That'd be a UK thing.
It has to be.
That's
because
great.
when you hear that in the pubs building up to Christmas,
Yeah.
Over there it's just, you know it's Christmas then.
I just watched a documentary from Irish TV
Yeah.
with Shane McGowan. He can hardly talk these days,
Yeah.
but it's just fascinating story.
Yeah, brilliant.
That's great.
It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. An old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang a song, the rare old mountain tune. I turned my face away and dreamed about you. Got on a lucky one, came in late 10 to 1. I've got a feeling this year's for me and you. So happy Christmas, I love you, baby. I can see a better time when all our dreams come true.
They got cars big as bars, they got rivers of gold. But the windows right through you, it's no place for the old. When you first took my hand on a cold Christmas Eve, you promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You were handsome,
You were pretty queen of New York City. When the band finished playing, they held out for more.
Sinatra was swinging, all the drunks they were singing. We kissed on the corner, then danced through the night. The boys of the NYPD choir were singing, go away, babe. And the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day. You're a bum, you're a punk,
You're an old slut and junk lying there almost dead on a dripping night bed.
you scumbag, you maggot, you cheap, lousy faggot. Happy Christmas, you're ours, I pray God it's our loss.
The boys of the NYPD choir still singing, go away, babe.
And the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day.
I could have been someone.
Well, so could anyone. You took my dreams from me when I first found I kept them with me, babe. I put them with my own. Can't make it all alone. I built my dreams around you. The boys of the NYPD chorus are singing Galway Bay, and the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day.
David Edgar's choice there of the Pogues and Kirsty MacColl with Fairy Tale of New York.
I do agree with him. It's a great song. It's one of the best songs.
It's a great one to belt out in the karaoke on Christmas Eve. So it's one of my favourites as well. It was also Robbo's favourite. We'd asked him last year, but he hadn't got back to us in time for the show, so he hadn't picked what his favourite Christmas song was, and then told us just a little bit too late. So that one is for Robbo as well. Fairy Tale of New York. And we will be back with some more Christmas chat and some fun and games after these messages.
Hi, I'm Carl Robinson. You're listening to the AFTN podcast.
Hi, Jeff. There are only a few days left till the Christmas party, and I can't seem to find any great Christmas music.
Then maybe you should try having an Ian Brown Christmas. Yes, I love Christmas so much I've made this album. Yes, Ian Brown has painstakingly recreated all your favourite Christmas classics on one great album, just in time for Christmas. Featuring Deck the Halls.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Away in a Manger.
Away in a manger, no crib for a bed.
And We Three Kings.
We three kings of Orient are going somewhere.
Buy this album for you and your family to enjoy again and again.
Yes, buy this album for you and your family to enjoy again and again. I love Christmas. I hope you do too. Silent night, holy night.
This Christmas, why not have an Ian Brown Christmas?
I love Christmas.
Only available from music station Prestatyn.
Carol of the Bells. August Burns Red.
It's only the second time you've used my choice of music.
This was one of Zach's choice of songs, and I love that tune. And I've seen Trans-Siberian Orchestra doing it live, and it's just such a powerful Christmas song. I really, really enjoy it. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. You're listening to the AFTN Soccer Show Christmas Special on CITR Radio 101.9 FM. So we've had music, we've had chat, now it's time for some games. Yes, back by popular demand, or at least I wanted it back.
Well, you demanded it.
Yes, it's Christmas Countdown. So just to remind everyone what Countdown is, it is a UK game show. We pick 9 letters. They could be a mix of consonants and vowels. You can't have less than 3 vowels. So you can have maximum of 5, but not less than 3.
Gotcha.
And then the normal game is you have to make words that aren't proper nouns or anything like that. But our version of Countdown is you can make any word or any football-related word. So we're looking ideally
so basically any word.
Let's just stick with football. I know
Okay, we'll try for football.
Okay.
I seem to recall Steve using words that were marginally.
Well, yes. Well, that's the thing.
I mean, he always beats me, which is fair.
It was parka. The parka,
Yeah.
you wear a parka
Exactly.
to a
So
game.
green,
residency
pitch is
game.
There's a
green.
tangentially
Yes.
connected
So
word.
as long as you can do that, that'll be great. But I'm going to add a little bit of double jeopardy to it, which if anyone gets a Christmas-related word, you're going to get double points. So we hope to play 3 rounds of this during the show, but we'll see how we do time-wise for that.
Yeah.
So let's...
So we could play 8 rounds?
Yeah, if you want.
My problem is I've been watching a lot of 8 out of 10 cats doing countdown.
Yes.
I don't watch the actual countdown. And
But it still has Rachel Riley on it.
Do we have these before?
Well worth it.
I don't know if I gave you those before. I've given you the proper countdown things to write it down now. So we'll get Steve to pick the first lot of letters because he's looking the most festive.
What's this number game thing?
We're not doing the numbers.
Okay.
So,
no numbers today?
No.
I actually got sometimes those when I was watching it. Okay, so let's go for a consonant.
S.
So I write this down right here?
Yep, and if you're at home, you can write these letters down as well. Then you'll have 30 seconds to come up with your
Please
word.
tweet in your answers that are better than ours.
Yes.
Another consonant.
V.
Oh, crap already. A vowel.
It's going to be an E. It's going to be an E.
It is an E.
Told you.
Zach likes his E's.
A consonant.
It's going to be an N.
G.
Oh.
A vowel.
A.
I'll take a consonant.
T.
I'll take another consonant.
N.
There it is.
And I will take a vowel. How many do I have of each?
Another E. So you've got one more letter.
I'll take a vowel. No, consonant.
And your last letter is a Y.
Ooh.
So for everyone playing at home, the letters are S, V, E, G, A, T, N, E, Y. So if you can come up with a Christmas word or a football word, and you have 30 seconds to come up with the best word, starting now. Now it's time up. Steve, how many did you get?
Okay, so I get double points even if I don't win?
Yep.
Okay, so...
Wait,
Well, no, how many did you get first?
How many words or how many letters?
How many letters?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I spelled it right. I'm going to say
I'm just checking if I spelled it right.
I've got 6 as well.
I have 2, 4.
I don't even know if I spelled it right.
I have 6
Well,
as
we'll
well.
find out. You have it.
Okay, so we all got 6. So, Steve, what is your 6?
Negate?
Negate.
Negate? I don't know.
Yep.
Okay.
You could have put an S on the end for negate.
Oh, son of a...
But no, we'll give you 6 points for that.
I have. This is a Steve special, tangentially connected to football. And Christmas, I guess, if you really want. I have vegans.
I have vegans.
Oh, does that mean we lose?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It means we both... I'm going to give us 12 points because vegans have Christmas dinner. They have a vegan Christmas dinner.
Right, because I did it because of...
Oh, Steve's got half.
First, I did it because of Matt Watson.
Oh.
Remember Matt Watson was
I
a
remember
vegan?
Matt Watson.
Yeah.
No, we'll give us 6 each for that. That's fair.
So where do I write the 6 points there? Just anywhere?
I'll keep a running tally, but yeah, you can write it in there. So
6.
that was end of part 1.
That's
if you
it?
Got, if you got more...
We're done?
Yep.
Oh, I thought
for
we
that
each had to
round.
go and...
No, we're going to play it throughout the show. But yeah, Negates was
Just
there.
toss the
Negates was there for the
Negates
taking.
was there for 7. So
Yeah, I
Steve could've been
know.
in
I
the
didn't
lead.
realize it.
I had Gates.
The computer's blocking the S.
I had just Gates. Man.
Like Bill.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about Gave as in a Christmas
Or like
word.
the gates at the stadium.
Yes.
I was thinking
Why-
that would have
I
given me
thought Gates
8.
as in like...
But I
like,
wasn't sure if you guys were going to take that as a Christmas word.
No,
Gave.
if you can justify
Oh, okay.
a Christmas thing out
Oh,
of it.
Steve can justify anything.
So, I'm sure you had as much fun listening to that.
So
as
we're
we
all
had
we're all
playing
on
it.
6.
We're all on 6.
Look at that.
If you got better than 6
We're
at
all
home,
top of the table.
For example, Negates, let us know.
This is, I think, how the Whitecap votes. They're like, hey, the season has started. We're all in first place.
Yes. What do we have next? Oh, it's another one of our favourites. We cannot have a Christmas show without playing some music from our favourite papier-mâché-headed comedian, the late and great Frank Sidebottom. So here is his Christmas medley.
Let's all sing the Christmas medley. Switch up the hi-fi, switch up the TV. Let's all sing the Christmas medley now. Oh, ding dong the medley on high. The Christmas bells are ringing, and I've just seen a spaceship in the sky with a big fat spaceman, and he was singing. I seen a spaceman singing. Let's all sing the Christmas medley. Switch up the hi-fi, switch up the TV. Let's all sing the Christmas medley now. Oh. Oh, ain't three kings of an Oriental, one in a taxi and one in a car, one on a scooter, beeping his water, travelling far like jam in a jar. Star of wonder, star of bright, star with royal beauty bright, a westward leading, still proceeding. So let's all sing the Christmas medley. Switch up the hi-fi, switch up the TV. Let's all sing the Christmas medley now. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Going through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh, shouting as I go, will you please move out of the way? Christmas is very expensive, but I never fail to have a couple of bob and buy for the January sale. Oh, jingle bells, Batman spells, Robin's run away. Santa's lost his lollipops, so we bought a Milky Way. So let's all sing the Christmas medley. Switch up the hi-fi, switch up the TV. Let's all sing the Christmas medley now. One time, let's all sing the Christmas medley. Let's all sing the Christmas medley. Let's all sing the Christmas medley now. Thank you.
The late, great Frank Sidebottom there with his Christmas medley. What Christmassy things have you done so far to get in the mood?
I've just had some great medical talk with the two of you.
Yes. Get yourself checked out for Christmas. That's our advice.
Well, I'll do it for New Year's.
Yes. We won't be having a New Year's show because Steve's chosen to ring the bells in a special way. But
it'll be morning, so I'll be fine by the evening.
That's what you tell yourself.
yes.
Yeah, hopefully.
But that's on Monday he's doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So... yeah.
So we're not hanging out next week.
We're not hanging out, but we are going to have a New Year's special. We've got a great interview that I did with Rhiannon Wilkinson.
Oh, right.
A forgotten interview that I did with Scottish player Sam Nicholson back in July. So
that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have
ring
that.
in the New Year with an interview from
Ring
July.
in the New Year with Riri.
Yeah. We had a great 40-minute chat. 20 of it is going to be in the show. But, I mean, the Whitecaps have some fantastic coaches at the moment. You've got Rhiannon in charge of the under-17 girls. And there's this new great up-and-coming coach in charge of the first team, I believe. Marc Dos Santos, I think is his name. And I know what everyone at home is wondering. Just what is Christmas like in the Dos Santos family? Well, let's find out. So, Mark, what is Christmas like in the Dos Santos household?
Man, you don't want to know. So first, you think everybody's arguing because my family is very Portuguese, you know, but nobody's arguing. We're just talking. We're just talking. Yeah. We love family. We love to be home. We love to see the joy in the kids. My wife is very special with Christmas to the point that I believe in Santa Claus for 3 days, you know. So I love Christmas. I love being home. I love that environment. I love the kids, the family. It's great.
That's great. Thank you so much, Mark.
Yeah,
cheers. Have a great Christmas. Cheers. Marc Dos Santos there. It's good when you ask somebody what's Christmas like in your family. It's like, oh, you don't want to know. But he told us, so I mean, you can imagine it would be quite loud with all the Portuguese element and the Italian element and everything just yelling about each other.
Are you saying Portuguese and Italian people are allowed?
Yes.
Oh.
I live opposite an Italian family. I've witnessed it a lot. as the police visits in recent times will testify. They've been there a lot recently. That's a whole other story.
That's unfortunate.
Yes.
That's been your experience.
But I thought we would give a gift to Marc Dos Santos with a chant for him. So I tried to get that arranged for the Southsiders. Didn't work out great. Thank you so much, Chris Corrigan, for trying to get it done. Can't carry a tune in a barrel is basically what it came back as. I find that a lot with Canadians, though, because in the old days it could have been Swan Guard.
There could have been the acoustics, too.
I think it was more the alcohol.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to try and do this live.
No, that's a brand of beer.
What?
Yes, this is news to you. We're going to do... You don't have to join in. We're going to do our Marc Dos Santos chant. This is our gift to him. And it's going to be to the theme of Last Christmas. So if anyone's not...
I'll be checking to make sure you're in tune.
Okay.
Yeah.
If anyone isn't sure what Last Christmas is, let's play a version of Last Christmas by thrash metal band Corrosion.
That's one of the better Christmas songs you ever played.
Yeah, I love that version of Last Christmas. The original, of course, is by George Michael and his Wham.
I found a fantastic version by a Canadian called Alex.
Well, we do have another version coming up shortly, which is probably better than that Corrosion version. But here is our gift from AFTN to Marc Dos Santos. This is our version of Last Christmas. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I gave it to Marc Dos Santos. All together! Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I gave it to Marc Dos Santos.
Dos Santos,
help me. Yeah, Marc. Give me a cup. Merry Christmas from AFTN.
Any cup will do.
We want the MLS Cup.
Maybe a shield.
I want everything. So I hope you enjoyed that. Zach did not join in the singing there.
No, but I was just so.
Were we in tune?
You guys are great. You forget about
you went more football chanting. I went more singing.
You did, yes.
Forget about the singing part. The best part was that ending with you guys whispering sweet nothings.
Improvisation. You can see us at the Comedy Store or Yuck Yucks anytime next year.
That was great.
But that was our version of Last Christmas. I'm going to play another version now. This is by an English band that I love a lot. This is Slaves with Last Christmas.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but
I love Slaves. Brilliant band. New album out this year. Check that out. That was from a BBC session they did that I accidentally stumbled across, so I hope you enjoyed that.
There's a few things from tonight's show that people could clip out and take out of context. That would be one of them.
I never thought of people clipping things, yeah. But yeah, big fan of Slaves. Anyway, we will be back after the break with our new game where we will find out just what is inside Zachary Adam Meisenheimer.
Hi, I'm Carl Valentine. You're listening to the AFTN podcast.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
And we want to wish you a Merry Christmas too. We're doing our salsa dancing.
And when you say we
and our flossing.
Please stop. When you say we, you mean me, right?
Yeah.
You mean you.
What was that song, Steve?
Feliz Navidad.
What?
Yes, dedicated to all the Latin players on the Whitecaps.
So just Geordie Reyna?
Basically.
Oh, and Anthony Blundell.
Yeah.
So,
Juarez officially.
Yeah. So basically, from January, playing none of them. That's my guess.
You think Reyna's gone?
I would be surprised if Reyna is here for first kick.
I would
just have that sense.
I would not be. I guess I've said this before on the show. I would not be surprised if he does not want to be here and if he leaves. He did you see they're trying to hype up the game against Minnesota?
Yes, because that was the big Whitecaps news of the week: the home opener and the away opener.
Yeah. So they finally they showed some tact by not including Alphonso Davies and stuff.
Oh,
right, because that's the Minnesota game where he scored the brace, right, the big brace. And I think it was after the Bayern deal, and so they only show the clip of Geordie scoring the goal, but I don't think he's going to be there. Plus, the video, not to be.
I didn't watch it.
Okay, the video, it made me long for the days of Zach Ratcliffe. I missed that guy. He was magic. He was magic with the editing and the whatever, the stuff. I don't speak the language. I don't speak of all that stuff. But
yeah, I know it's going to make us doing pulled off at half time interesting because I've got no video skills at all. But Steve might.
No, I'm not sure. But speaking of Zach's,
yes, we've got a game now on the AFTN Soccer Show Christmas special here on CITR Radio 101.9 FM. It's time now to find out what's inside Zachary Adam Meisenheimer. Inside You there by Pop Will Eat Itself. Zach's taking his clothes off for some weird reason. I think he's getting too into this game.
It's very warm. It's very warm in here.
That's my dancing, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Okay, we've been teasing this game for weeks.
Yeah, a week.
I'll explain what we're doing. I'm going to give you and Steve 5 questions. You're going to have 30 seconds for each question, maximum.
This sounds like 30 seconds to Mars.
Kind of.
Do you have to write stuff down?
Yes.
Oh, man.
All the answers are found in the letters of Zachary Adam Meisenheimer. So, for example, if I was to say
you got 19 letters.
Yeah, if I was to say to you, today is sun what? And you would say day, because D-A-Y is in the letters of Zachary Adam Meisenheimer.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
it's almost like
this is definitely better than how it could have gone.
Yes. So we're also going to play next year what is inside Steve Pander and what is inside Michael McCall. Although we've kind of found out what's going to be inside Steve Pander. I don't know that we want to go down that route. For anyone at home, it's Zachary Adammeisenheimer. It's also on the screen right in front of you.
Is there just a quick question? Is there only one correct answer for each of your questions?
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I know.
All right.
So you'll get 30 seconds. If you've both got an answer before the 30 seconds, let me know and we'll just move on. I'll just play the countdown music for each one as well. So I'm looking forward to this. Just dig my questions out just now.
Did you write your own name down?
Yeah, just to have it visually in front of me. Yeah. I'm getting old, Steve.
So,
I'm just kidding.
Question 1. This Scottish Championship side are known as the Honest Men, and they play out of Somerset Park.
Shoot, are we allowed to look it up on our phone?
No.
Oh, come on.
So you've got 30 seconds. I don't know this Scottish Championship side are known as the Honest Men. They play out of Somerset Park. They are a team that has 2 names, but I'm just looking for the first name, which is going to be the town or the city that they play in. And that town or city is found in the name Zachary Adam Meisenheimer.
So we're looking for the town, not the...
I have something.
Well, it's a town.
I have something.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
Okay, we will go over the answers at the end.
Oh, so I don't say now.
No, not
I want to know if I'm right.
Well, you'll find out soon. So, question 2. This French city will host Scotland versus England on June 9th in the FIFA Women's World Cup.
Wait, say that again?
This French city will host Scotland versus England on June 9th in the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup.
I have my answer.
I have my answer, but I'm not sure I'm right.
I have no idea if I'm right.
Okay.
I just found a name in there.
We will stop that there then. Question 3. And we're staying in France for this question. It turns out there is a lot of League One French teams in Zachary Adam Meisenheimer. Only one German team, which is not a question because I thought that would be a bit unfair. So staying in France for question 3. This French club are currently 11th in League One and are nicknamed Les Crocodiles.
Oh. No, that doesn't... Oh, man.
Here we go. So staying in France, this French football club are currently 11th in League One and are nicknamed Les Crocodiles. You better get your answer down snappy.
I don't know this one either.
I have a guess. But...
I'm going to put the same answer for the second
one.
one.
No, I don't even have a guess. That doesn't even work.
Okay. Question 4. I'm moving to MLS for this one. This is an easy one because of a clue that I've put in the question. So I might leave the clue out initially and see if you get an answer, and then I'll drop this casually in as the 30 seconds goes down. So we're looking for the surname only. This MLS player was the 4th highest scorer in Major League Soccer in 2018. This...
First and last name?
Just the last name, surname only. This MLS player, who may or may not have played for Columbus Crew, was the 4th highest scorer in Major League Soccer this past 2018 season.
I got mine.
Yeah. No, that was very easy.
Easy once you
once I gave the crew answer. Okay. Last question.
At least I know I got one.
And
I got 2, I think.
We're staying in MLS for this question. I'm looking for the name, first and last, of an Atlanta United midfielder who also happens to be from Argentina.
Oh, what's that guy's name?
So we're looking for Atlanta United's young Argentine midfielder whose name, first and last, can be found in the name Zachary Adam Meisenheimer.
I forget that guy's name. His last name starts with a Z, right?
He's not going to give you that clue.
I'm not saying yes or no.
I don't even know. I only know a few Atlanta players. I don't even know that many. I just know the big ones.
Okay, the time is up.
People listening will get that.
Okay, swap your answers.
No, I don't want to.
No, we don't need that. I don't trust
Okay,
them.
we'll trust each other. So, who
I only
did you
got-
have
I
as
only
the
got two in
Scottish
English.
Yeah, I only got
Championship
two,
side
right.
that's known as the Honest Men and play out of Somerset Park?
I put things down, but then I realized the letters were not right.
And I was thinking the same thing you said. I was actually going to put down Hamilton.
Yeah.
Then I saw that there wasn't enough.
No L, no
Yeah,
T.
yeah.
The answer is Ayr.
Oh, yeah. Ayr
Which-
Rovers? Or Ayr
United,
yeah.
which in Zachary Adam Meisenheimer is actually 3 of the letters back from Adam, Y and R.
Oh, excellent.
Question 2. This French city will host Scotland versus England on June 9th.
Nice.
Correct. Christmas is all about nieces and nephews. Question 3. The French club that are 11th in League One and are nicknamed Les Crocodiles.
Oh, I have no idea. I was trying to find Monaco in there, but I couldn't find anything.
Nimes. Nimes.
Never going to get that.
One of the other French teams was Caen, Caen, but I don't know how to pronounce that. So. Question 4. Surname only of the
Jossie.
Columbus.
Zardes.
Yeah, it's good old Jizzy Zardes.
We tied then, 2-2.
Yeah.
Well, unless anybody has this Atlanta United midfielder.
No, I couldn't remember the name.
Eric Remedi.
Oh, no.
No, I wouldn't even know that.
If you got that at home,
I think I know.
congratulations.
I think I know Arturo Alvarez more than I know that guy.
But he had an Arturo Alvarez jumper on.
Okay.
It's a special Christmas one.
That was horrible.
I hope you enjoyed that. That was...
We needed more clues.
What is inside Zachary Adam Meisenheimer?
And the answer from Steve and I is not much.
Exactly.
Actually, no. Don't listen to the song.
Said I love you, I didn't think you'd expect me to. All together.
Have you seen the Saving? No, what's that movie called?
When I'm inside
Saving Private
you.
Ryan?
No, Marshall. No.
When I'm inside
We Are Marshall?
No, was the Russell Crowe song was in it, and it was based in Hawaii or something. I can't.
Russell
remember.
Crowe?
No, not Russell Crowe. What's his name? Oh, Russell Brand.
Russell Brand. Oh,
Yeah.
you're saving Sarah Marshall.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then there was the Inside You song in that too. There was an Inside You song. I thought that was what you were using.
I just like that song by Pop Will Eat itself. But, I mean, I'm sure you feel fuzzy after that, Zach, knowing what's inside you. How can you not? And this is
What was the
time
German team that was inside?
Oh, Mainz.
Oh.
M-A-I-N.
Mainz?
Mainz, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Mainz.
I did German at school, but I was...
Yeah, that would have been way better than the French league team.
Yeah, well, I thought you...
Yeah, but that would have been an advantage for you, not advantage for me.
You being one of those people. Oh, talking of which, on the Take the Piss forum, Dude, who also said if we talk any more about darts, is going to drive his car into Horseshoe Bay.
Oh, talking about the show?
Yeah. So hopefully he has got it waterproof, because I will be talking about darts a little bit later on. But he also said to let you know it's hockey. It's not ice hockey.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's hockey.
Yeah, it's definitely ice hockey to the majority of the world. Yeah.
Because he said, you don't sound as if you weren't born here.
I was born in Canada, but to the most of the world, it's ice hockey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I call it ice hockey.
Yeah, of course.
There's a good song which we'll play.
I have a few
at some
friends.
point.
I have a few friends who don't appreciate that either. But
I have Ice Hockey Hair by Super Furry Animals. So, good Welsh band.
Yeah.
Talking of good Welsh bands, let's get to our favourite, Goldie Lookin' Chain. Now, at this time of year, there's always... You don't have them so much here. There's a lot of kind of feel-good, fuzzy-feeling ads that are played in the UK. All the big department stores and supermarkets have a Christmas ad. And it's like...
Oh, no, they
viral
do that
stuff
here.
and- Not as much, though,
No,
I
they
don't
do.
think.
I don't think you watch the right channels.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, they do. They have, and they put it on YouTube and everything like that. Try to make you cry and stuff like that. Yeah, they have that here.
John Lewis, which is a big department store in the UK, they're known as it. I think they were maybe one of the first.
Walmart
to
does
do
it all
over
the
there.
time. Target, and then you got the ones that are the most are always WestJet. I know they're not a department store, but they do a lot of that.
Yes,
kind
they
of
like
stuff.
to tug at your heartstrings and
Yeah,
stuff
and other stuff.
So this is a song from Goldie Lookin' Chain, kind of a little play on that. This is called A John Lewis Christmas.
Christmas time has got so tacky. We need a Christmas advert to make us happy. A Christmas penguin or a man on the moon tells you Santa is coming soon. The price of Christmas these days is so shocking. People buying anything to fill that stocking. A Michael McIntyre DVD just give me cash. So please make it stop. It'll just end up in a charity shop. You're just giving me stuff that I can't even sell on eBay. I'm begging you please, I don't need comedy songs or golf novelties. After Christmas Day, they're half price anyway. I got a plan that never fails. Buy all the Christmas gifts in the January sales. Christmas traffic is bumper to bumper. If I see another twat in a Christmas jumper, they're selling a big issue wearing Santa's suits, and someone's just had a stroke in boots. Black Friday is so exciting. Go down Tesco's, watch them fighting. Saw a granny punching out a priest over a 42-inch plasma screen. Am I on me own? As a kid I was happy with a big Toblerone. Soon they'll be having Christmas twice a month. You know when it hurts, when there's no escaping all the Christmas adverts. And on Boxing Day they put up the Easter display. I got a plan that never fails. Buy all the Christmas gifts in the January sales.
Goldie looking chain there, sounding a bit different, not rappy as you know. I know things sound weird now that I pressed that button.
They sound different after you. I'm definitely louder.
Yes.
No, but it's no effect on the radio.
Okay. We hope.
Oh.
Yeah. There was a button. It was lit. Had to press it.
It was begging to be pressed.
It was.
It was saying, "Press me."
I've been looking at that button since the beginning of the show, and I didn't want to press it because I didn't want to do it.
Is that like a mute button?
No, it's a preview button for something else. So maybe it's to
prohibiting
it down.
Yeah. I've turned my headphones down now. That's a bit
me
better.
too.
Yeah, but that was Goldie Looking Chain with John Lewis Christmas, and not the usual rap that you expect from Goldie Looking Chain. But I do find Christmas in the UK is very different to Christmas in Canada.
Is it because of the darts?
Well, there is that as well, which I'm only up to this afternoon towards the last match of this session, so I've still got a bit to go, but they don't play on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or Boxing Day.
Do you play darts as well?
I do.
Okay. Are you good?
I used to be not bad. I was known as the Glenrothes Tiger, and my flights are all tigers.
So you were the Glenross Tiger?
Glenrothes Tiger.
Oh, okay.
Didn't have a darting thing, but maybe I should get one. I'm demonstrating what I'm talking about, which doesn't help on the radio. One of the jerseys and stuff. But we talked about great dart nicknames before. I still say Steve Frost or Frosty the Throwman is one of the best. And Jan Decker, Mr. Coat, that was the
Who's the guy that with the snake on the side?
Snake bite.
Yeah,
Peter Wright. Yeah. Another Scot. Anyway, no more darts because Dude will be drowning himself in Horseshoe Bay. We'll save that to next week. Because you want to drown yourself in New Year. That's the time to do it. But I do find it very different. We talked a little bit about the ads here. There seems to be a bigger level of drunkenness in the UK over Christmas, like Christmas parties. And in Scotland, it was all over the papers today of just, it was carnage in the streets in Glasgow and Edinburgh. But
because
just people falling
I think
all over the place.
The main difference is people here, there's a lot of driving going on. And so people are a little bit more careful nowadays. I think there you get people are in the town center and they just like exit out the bars, and then basically that I guarantee you if you go downtown to Granville Street and Robson and all that stuff, you'll see plenty of people drunk and walking around.
Christmas parties.
You don't need to wait for Christmas for that.
Christmas office parties here certainly seem a lot tamer than what I've been used to.
Not the ones I've
Who
been
hasn't
to.
had sex after a Christmas office party?
Yeah.
Just sack. There's still time.
I'd have to. There's a story.
This is our office party.
There's a story.
I don't know if my wife will be
I
up.
can't tell you on air of a Christmas party I went to, but essentially the person was fired the next day.
Oh,
yeah. So that's how. And it was a display in front of everybody. So that's all I'll say.
Yeah,
there's a statement in front of
some
everybody.
interesting banking stories I could, and that's not rhyming slang. I worked in a bank.
I've never understood the thrill of getting so drunk that you fall over. I don't understand.
No, I'll be honest, and I don't either. I don't drink anymore anyway, but I think I've maybe been actually drunk once in my life when I puked on a bus, and after that I was like, yeah, that's it. Twice, where I downed a half bottle of straight vodka after having a fish supper. That's not a good combination.
No, doesn't seem like it.
That's not a take me out.
No.
The closest I've been to like a large mass group of people who were totally like crazy drunk was, I think I might have told part of this in the past, but at the I was at the English fan viewing for England-Portugal quarterfinal at the 2006 World Cup. I was in Gelsenkirchen.
Oh,
the game was at the Schalke Stadium in Gelsenkirchen, and oh man, it was like I just went dead. I can't hear anything.
Just turn it up. You just did the speaker. I don't know why you did that.
I pushed the button again.
Oh, you pushed the button.
I didn't like the sound effect with that button off. Sorry. Sorry for spoiling your story.
No, it's okay. And
medium buttons.
The English supporters were like, it was crazy. I didn't know you could both throw up and walk at the same time.
Yeah.
Like they were leaving, like after the game, after the shootout loss or whatever, they were leaving, and they were like, dudes were like throwing up as they walked, and they kept walking, like they didn't stop. They just kept going, and it was just like, what is going on?
I had two incidents for myself, both I think in northern Alberta. Yeah, I think so. One included a at the end of the night line dancing on stage at a country bar.
You were line dancing?
Yes, in rural Alberta, like up north.
What
north of Edmonton?
What YouTube channel can we watch this on?
I don't know. And then I think this was all the stuff before YouTube. And then one where the night ended with the burning of a mattress. And that's all I'll say.
Wait, why would you burn a mattress?
There was a reason. I'll tell you off.
What?
And if police want to find the body,
a mattress, not a body. You burning of a mattress.
I'm just picturing you killed someone on the mattress, and you had to burn the DNA.
There was DNA. There would have been DNA on the mattress, but no.
Let's move on.
Yeah, that was
to happier things. Mad Hat McGore, talking of alcohol. He has struggled with alcoholism, as we talked about with his latest album. It's not the happiest thing about his alcoholism, the death of his daughter and his dog, and splitting up with his girlfriend and stuff. But we're bringing you something more upbeat from Mad Hat McGore tonight. It's his Christmas song. This is Festive Freestyle.
What can I say? Little bit of rhyme for an Xmas day. Little bit of talk that'll tell you, mate, enlighten you with this sort of penned away. So back then it was known as a pagan day, a whole week in fact that would paved the way. Moved on with the Romans, unlike them mate, they went and they stole it, made it their own and they act like they owned it, changing it up in a single moment. No care, but a motive, a plan to convert all the pagans they vote with. Catholics wanting the numbers, seeing all others as only opponents, and they're losing their focus. Wanting a plague of the people like locusts. See the pagans had it all sussed. Saturnalia was the name that they heard. On the 17th they would start the fuss till the 25th when it all got cut. When the Catholics came they would change it up one day out the year, 25th of the month. And they claimed that that date in question was that of their utmost saviour's birth. But let me take you on a tangent first. Natural stuff like the air and the dirt. See the sun comes up and it comes down. Sun comes back and it comes with a burst. And the sun comes low in the winter months, the lowest point around the 23rd. Stays there till the 25th where it resurrects on the birth of the sun. That's where it comes from. Check this, a constellation called the Three Kings will line up and point to the place where it is. The birth of the sun, not taking the piss, but I'm back from my tangent, mate, and I'm talking all about Christmas, gifts in the stockings. White snow that's a pain when you're walking, and nice little flakes on the card when they're falling. But the Christmas tree that you put up, I bet you don't know why now if you're honest. Back to the pagans, see they worshipped the trees in the forest, cut them down, took them back to the house, and they decorated them with stuff they would polish. Assumed by the Christians too, they would pick and take all the bits that they wanted. Presents, much of the same. Mistletoe, much of the same. Santa Claus, much of the same. Different name now, but little would change. Centuries on, it's a family day. Got the time that we spend and we're laughing away. Got the gifts that we give and the cards that we take, and the food that we eat with the marvellous taste. But I'm glad that I know my history. Contradictory views we're living with. Sit and be happy, embrace the cold, and that snow all glittery. Yeah.
Mad Hat McGower.
Solid.
I don't know what he was on about.
Christmas.
Steve.
It was the tale of Christmas and how it used to be a pagan holiday.
Rapper.
Steve, we discovered that Steve hates him.
No. There are some songs where it's just like I just don't get it. But there are some songs that they're fine.
Well, we've got a whole 52 weeks coming up.
Steve,
of him.
I really enjoyed your natural reaction in studio. I enjoyed that.
This is my dream.
I was just doing that to bug him, though.
This is my dream.
Mostly to bug him.
When we do our live podcast shows, which could be the AFTN Soccer Show, could be pulled off at halftime. Not sure what ones we're going to do live. We'll book the Vogue and get folk along.
Book the Vogue.
Yep. Get Mad Hat McGower and Goldie Looking Chain doing the music in between us doing stuff. That's the dream. 2020. Book it now. Anyway,
I have other football plans for 2020.
Maybe do 2026, and then for the World Cup, when everybody they're not coming to BC.
Yeah. Also, I'll be quite old or possibly dead by then, so who knows. And that is it for part 1 of our 2018 Christmas special. Our plans for a 2 to 3 hour show didn't quite work out the way we hoped. We ended up going 3.5 hours on the live show on Sunday. So we're splitting this podcast into 2 parts. This has been part 1. Part 2 will be out on Christmas Day. So watch for that dropping in all your podcast feeds, or wherever you listen to the AFTN Soccer Show. Thanks for listening to part 1, and we'll be back with part 2 real soon. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Christmas is, well, it's about the best time of the whole year. You walk down the streets even for weeks before Christmas comes. And there's lights hanging up, green ones and red ones. Sometimes there's snow, and everybody's hustling someplace. But they don't hustle around Christmas time like they usually do. You know, they're a little more friendlier. They bump into you, they laugh, and they say, "Pardon me," and "Merry Christmas." And especially when it gets real close to Christmas night. Everybody's walking home. You can hardly hear a sound. Bells are ringing, kids are singing, snow is coming down. And boy, what a pleasure it is to think that you got someplace to go to. And the place that you're going to has somebody in it that you really love.
10 minutes left. Yeah, but there's still some time. It's not the final score. We need more than the numbers we're given. Show us you live and breathe the game. You're more than a name. That's what we came for. We can bring you more than the score. Every story. Let's take this thing off of the field into the real world, away from the numbers,
Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night.